Welcome to this video. In this video, we continue the exercise of summarizing the earning calls data. In this exercise, we're going actually to create a visual summary. We're going to use word clouds. You've probably seen many of these word clouds. They're being increasingly used in popular outlets to kind of visualize common words and concepts and themes in text. We're going to use a package called word cloud. Again, this package doesn't come pre-installed with Anaconda, so the very first step is to install this package by calling pip install and then the package name. Again, we need to do this step only for the first time. Once the package is installed, we don't need to reinstall it again. Okay, so the installer has finished now. I don't need this cell anymore. I can import the class word cloud from word cloud, and I'm going to use the PLT object here for matplotlib. I want my visualizations to show within the notebook, hence the command matplotlib inline. How does a word cloud work? Basically, we give it a dictionary associating each word with each frequency, and then we create an object of word cloud. We provide some extra parameters such as the font size, the maximum number of words, the background. Actually, it has many other parameters to fine-tune the word cloud that you can take a look at the documentation. Then we call the function generate from frequencies and pass in the dictionary. And we can use some of the functions of the PLT object just to customize the plot. So in this case, we get a slightly different word cloud. There is some randomization going on, so each time you do it, you're gonna get slightly different word cloud. There is an option to make this randomization specific by seeding the random number generator, but that's not a big deal in our case. Now we want to visualize our earning calls. So we're going to use the same technique of summarizing these earning calls using either noun phrases or parts of speech tags. I'm going to copy and paste the code from the last exercise. So this function basically takes text as a parameter, and it processes the text by looking at the part of speech tags and return the most frequent part of speech tags, words that have noun part of speech tags. That's one way to summarize the text, by focusing at nouns rather than everything else. Next, I'm going to make this 25 simply because I'm going to plot them on a larger space, so probably 15 would be a bit sparse, just imagining 15 words here. Maybe 25 is a sweet spot. My next step is to basically calculate the summaries for each one of these earning calls. So I'm going to apply the function sum_to on the text column, the series in my data frame. I'm going to save this in another column, let's call it summary in this case. I'll probably need to import the package. I probably forgot to import text blob. So let's import the class text blob here. And I think that's what I need to import. Now, once the summary is processed, I can take a look at one of these summaries. So for instance, I can take a look at, let's take a look at the first one. So the first one is first row, last column. That's my summary. I can take out this summary and create a word cloud by following the same steps that I've done here. So I'm going to copy this code here, and I'm going to paste it. Let's call this one frequencies. I'm going to paste it here, and instead of word frequencies, I'm going to put frequency here. That's basically the word cloud of the first earning call. Now what I'm going to do, again, the same kind of strategy. I'm going to isolate this code in a function because I want to create a word cloud for each one of my earning calls. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to map this one to this one. Obviously this one is a typo, and I just need to force the figure to show up at the end of the function. So this function will not return anything. It will basically just show a figure when we call it. So I can do word cloud frequency here and RQ, and this will spit out the word cloud for me. Next, I want a word cloud. I want to see a word cloud for each one of these companies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for each. Probably this is an example of using a for loop. It's not a major sin here. I just want to create a word cloud for each one of my earning calls. Well, so first I'm going to get the company name so that I print the company name. So for each I is going over the index, hence I'm going to use lock, and then the column is company here. So lock I company will give me the company name, and summary will be data.lock I and then summary. I'm going to print company here. And then I'm going to use the function word cloud to basically generate and show a word cloud to the summary of this company. Once I do this, it will take a while, but then I will show a summary in a word cloud summary, a visualization of each one of these companies. So again, the word clouds are showing something, but there are so much noise in here. You can see that many of these words are just conversational words, meaningless words. Obviously, we can apply some of the ad hoc improvements that we have done in the past. We can use summary 1 instead of summary 1, for instance. We'll look at the noun phrases. So I'm going actually to use the function sum1 here to be able to create a slightly better visualization of the word cloud. Next time we're going to look at techniques such as named entity extractions, and we're going to use these techniques to create an even better summary than this one. So again, now I'm just going through a process of trial and error. I'm going to use sum1 rather than sum2. That basically will use the noun phrases. Everything else is the same. So that will basically create a slightly different word cloud for me based on the same data. Those word clouds are slightly more sparse because there are not as many noun phrases in each, and they are longer, but they give us kind of various insights into what these earning calls are about.